Hi, welcome back to our channel, Life with the Hollands. I will not be on camera today. I'm not feeling 100%. But we have hubby here. He's about to clean our catch from fishing. We caught this in probably about an hour and a half. Just a few crappie, and the sun is like super bright.
Yeah.
A few crappie that we caught that he's about to clean. We went out earlier to go fishing. He's getting things all set up. We went out fishing for about a little over an hour. We had went out earlier that day, but it was just too hot, and the fish normally slow down in the midday. So we went out around 7 o'clock last night, and we were done probably right at 8:30. The time we loaded up. We caught how many little bitty fish, baby, and threw back?
30.
Probably about 30 little fish. They were really tiny. And we just threw those back. And these are just a few that we kept.
Gotta take out Michael.
He got to take his watch off so he can be ready. Delilah is joining us. She's enjoying being outside because she doesn't come outside often. She's pretty much in the house. So we are outside, and she just refused to stay inside today. So she wants to be outside too. So Rick is about to add the fish back into the cold water until he gets to them. I'm just gonna record him cleaning a couple of fish and how he does it, and we won't be doing a catch cleaning cook today. We did that last Sunday. Last Sunday we fried tons and tons of bass and bluegill and crappie last Sunday when my sister and her family came over. So today he's just cleaning the fish, and we're just gonna he's gonna fillet a few, and we're going to freeze these until we do our next fish fry. Excuse my voice. I know I sound really slow. 'Cause I am not 100%. But we have been talking, and we do a lot of fishing this time of the year. My husband do way much more than I do. Him and his friend normally take the boat out and go to a few different lakes and stay. But next weekend, well, this coming weekend, we're going to go camping and fishing, cooking, the whole full 9 experience. So it'll probably be multiple parts of our video. We will set up camp, possibly more likely Saturday. We were going to go out and do 2 nights, but I think it's going to, whether it's going to be a little yucky Friday. We'll see as the week go on if we go out Friday and Saturday. But we are going to go camp out Friday and probably do a little night fishing for catfish that night, and then we will be crappie fishing during the Saturday morning, and
that Saturday evening.
And that maybe Saturday evening, and Sunday, possibly Sunday. But Saturday night we probably will do some catfishing. What are you looking for? Oh, your bucket. He's getting his stuff together. So that will be our weekend. If you would like to see that, please like and subscribe to Life with the Hollands. And we will videotape our whole experience. We will be doing cooking, our 100% cooking and everything. Oh, baby, the flies are already trying to come out. As soon as we come outside, flies show up when you pull out some fish. Yeah, so we will be staying overnight, setting up. We would do cook, clean, everything, and we will be staying at Perry Lake. They have several cabins and campgrounds, but we will be outdoor camping. We will film our process of staying and setting up the tent. We will do everything outside. From cooking, cleaning, only thing we will have somewhat indoor used to is a shower. There is a bathroom in the vicinity where we can go to the bathroom, but it's more of the porta potty style. So I will also show you what that looked like as well. But if we had to use the bathroom outside, we both are very much comfortable with doing that. But they do have a few things that we can drive to for, you to use the restroom.
Right. So,
If you can tell, that fish was full of eggs.
full of eggs.
Full of eggs. If you don't know, this is crappie breeding season. And that is a female that he just cut open. If you are a little squeamish, I am so sorry. This may not be the video for you. You might want to exit quickly. But we will show the process. Anything you want to tell our YT family, baby?
Yeah, that was a female. Normally the females are much larger than the males. That's one reason why everybody loves when they come into season, because the females are a lot of times much larger than the male. Some people are squeamish, oh, you're killing the babies. But trust me, did you see that egg sack? I'm going to show it to you again. You see that? That is probably millions of eggs right there from one fish. So we're not hurting the population at all. I can promise you that. Just one female can probably repopulate a pond on her own with one female laying her eggs and having her baby. So for you people that always got a lot of extras to say about the fish, you go to the grocery store and buy fish. I just like to go and catch my own fish. So just to let you know, you just missed this process. I like to do this process on my own. So, it's the same thing. I just do it on my own.
Yep.
Normally this size here, my mother-in-law like to do this size whole. Me, myself, when they're this size, I like to do one-sided on this side myself.
Or one-sided, what he says one-sided is a one-sided fillet.
Right.
He'll show you how he does that.
I would just fillet one side. So one side will be bone in, one side will be fillet. And I will do that now. We do have a few smaller ones where I will do whole, and then we have a few larger ones where I will fillet both sides. And I also like to keep the bone in the center because me and my wife like to suck the meat off the bone.
Exactly.
Because we don't throw away meat. Okay, so I just go down the side of that bone. You have to make sure you got a sharp knife. And if you can see, I pretty much cut all of that meat off of there. And you make sure you got a sharp knife, and you be careful because growing up, I have cut my finger many a times to be able to create that perfect fillet. Now, some people don't consider that a fillet. Some people like to cut that bone out right there also, which is the rib cage. But as I say, I don't like to throw away meat. There is meat in there. And those bones, crappie is a very tender fish. So those rib cage will come right out. Once you fry it, it will literally just come right out. No problem whatsoever. So you get a chance to eat all your meat. So you got that one-sided fillet there. And you got that one-sided fillet for the squeamish people. As I'll say, my 14-year-old son that don't really like the bones, he would take this side here and he would just peel those bones out and he would eat that over eating this. Okay? All right. So I rinse that off. Put those two beautiful fillets in the bowl.
That's his process.
All right.
To probably fill in a few questions. Crappies do not have to be this size to spawn. They can spawn very small. We caught some really tiny females on yesterday. that were full of eggs. So it's not a year that age that they really have to get to spawn. We caught some really, really small ones and they were full of eggs.
Yes, I didn't. I've been fishing for years, and I can't even recall catching some that small over my years. I'm 44 years old, and some that I caught yesterday, I don't remember over my years catching some that small that was full of eggs.
Here we are in Kansas. In Kansas, there is a size requirement of 10 inches is what they require for crappie here in Kansas. Where we're from in Mississippi, I don't even think there is a size limit, and they're not called crappie in Mississippi. If you go to Mississippi, you'll hear people say white perch.
Yes.
And they're mostly in people ponds. Very few river fishing that a lot of people do there. Mostly it's private ponds and stuff, and creeks and lakes. And there's no size limit on crappie, so you catch most people.
I don't think so. So I really never
heard of it until we came here.
Until I come here.
Yeah.
In Mississippi, I've never.
And I don't know if it's because it's
perfect crappie here.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because it's private pond fishing versus river or fishing. I'm not sure. But when we grew up, there was no size limit. If you thought it was big enough to eat, you kept it.
Right. Because here, that's a sandwich, as we say.
Mm-hmm.
This is sort of like the bluegills. I mean, there's no size limit on anything on the bluegill.
Mm-hmm.
You keep as many as you want, pretty much everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
But I think more so here they look at the crappie as more of a game fish, more so like bass. Because up here, I think the bass is like
18 inches.
Was it 18 inches? 18 inches, which I think is a humongous bass, which is almost impossible to catch. That is a trophy bass that needs to go on the wall, not in a skillet. So they kind of make it kind of hard. So I think they're more on game fishing here than more so on
fishing they live.
filling your belly, I am a survivor. Me and my wife, we fish and we hunt to eat, to survive. This is a survival thing for us. It's not a game. We're not doing this to impress our neighbor. Look how big my fish is. Look how big the horns is on this deer. No, we hunt deer to eat.
Yeah.
So I just want to get that across before you spectators start blowing up the inbox and all that. Yes, we do this to eat.
Yeah,
it's not for fun, and
we do not sport fish.
Yes, it is not.
We do not sport, hunt, or anything.
Yes, we do this to eat. We eat everything that we catch and
eat. If we killed it, catched it, grew it, we eat it.
Yeah, and our garden is going to be the same way. We eat it. And that one was the smaller size, probably.
Right at the, So that one's right at the 10 inch, the 10 mark. Yeah. I think the other one he cut was like 12. We had a few 12. We had a few 12 inches and a few 11 inches.
Yeah, a few 11, and I think that's about a 14 inch.
Yeah, so. But we had quite the size we caught last week were a lot bigger, I must say. Those were.
Oh yeah, last week we had some
monsters.
I'll put this
slabs. I'll put that in. Yeah, it was a lot bigger last week.
Last week, a lot of them was a lot bigger. It was colder last week. We had to fish a lot deeper and a lot more patient. Later on in the evening, they kind of picked up a little bit, and that's when the temperature dropped a lot, and the wind picked up a lot, and it was cold.
Yeah. I must say, fishing this week, the bites were a lot more consistent and quick, but the fish were more males, and they were smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of younger females versus the older big females that we had last week. Yeah. So we will most definitely be continuing to fish, and we will keep you guys posted on what we do.
Yeah, try to post more videos, keep y'all entertained and knowledgeable on the country life.
Yeah, because even though we're in the city, we are very much Southerners, 100% Mississippians, as my husband calls us. We're very much Mississippians. We just Mississippi people in the city.
Yeah, we just moved up here.
Okay. Well, family, you see the process of him cutting. He's going to continue this process until he finished the fish. I'll show you once he filleted them, he just put them in ice cold water that you see here. Then he'll go and wash and make sure they're really clean, really good in the sink. And then we'll throw them in the freezer bag. And a hack that my husband taught me is when you put them in a freezer bag, put water in the freezer bag with them and then freeze them. Don't just freeze them in the bag by themselves.
That keeps them from freezer burning.
Freezer burning and the meat really sticking together a lot. So it does wonders. So that's our process for today. Please stay tuned and keep watch. We will be going camping this weekend and more fishing. We will record that process as well. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed.